So we're going to do Sentinel Comics special event Natural Order. Sentinel's Comics special event Natural Order was one of the very early precursor issues to the Oblivaeon event. But it didn't sell really well. People at the time were like, what's with this weird book? There's like this nature stuff, and like, is it related to Akash Butza or not? And we don't get it. And who is this other character? And they've got this weird otherworldly stuff, and like, just people were just kind of not into it. You know what I mean? They just didn't get it. And word of mouth was not so great. However, as time has progressed, it has developed a cult following of people who are really fans of this issue and really enjoy it as how it ties into the Oblivion event. And so I hope that you guys enjoy it.
Oh, it's going to be great. I have it on good authority. It's high quality.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So, I think our story probably starts with you, sir. And, what are you doing with your life?
You want to know what I'm doing right now, or what I've been doing with my life lately?
Just kind of lately and in general.
Lately, in general, my focus has been kind of single-mindedly waging a little bit of my own personal shadow war on the organization.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, snap.
Those guys, that's how they fight, is in the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, because I was one of them. But we'll get to that later.
Aw,
My focus has been pretty single-minded, as a little bit of an inner voice has guided me somewhat along the path, as well as my own personal motivations and my own personal history have caused me to come out and seek my own brand of justice against these the organized crime that infests Rook City. But I think this morning I probably am riding a bus.
All right.
Into Megalopolis.
Okay.
The bell chimes, 49th Street, Martin Luther King Boulevard, yada, yada, yada. Finally, Freedom Plaza. Is it Freedom Plaza now? Freedom Tower, yeah.
Freedom Tower.
Finally, Freedom Tower, that's my stop. Get off the bus. Don't really pay too much attention to their surroundings. The young man looks to be probably in his early to mid-20s that steps off the bus. Is not particularly tall.
Hey.
Probably standing about 5'9", with somewhat coarse black hair. Has the that almost indeterminate ethnicity look, dusky brown skin.
Mm-hmm.
Is he black? Is he Mexican? Is he what? We're not really sure. You know the look.
Mm-hmm. Exotic, but you can't put your finger on it.
Can't quite put your finger on it. Slender of build. Dressed in a pretty nondescript, probably Rook City Community College hoodie, a pair of jeans.
RCCC.
That's right.
R-triple-C.
Casts a cursory glance around Freedom Plaza and strides purposely towards Freedom Tower. Not like that.
Oh, damn. He's not a speed walking Karen?
No, he's not a speed walking Karen. Upon gaining entry to the tower, I consult the directory and I find my way to the security desk.
So yeah, you find your way to the security desk, and there's like a blue and white crisp uniformed gentleman there. Hello, sir. Your name and appointment?
Good morning. I don't have an appointment. My name is Malcolm Wallace. I need to talk to one of the heroes, one of the five. It's urgent.
I'm sorry, sir, but we do have a multitude of issues that are pressing the Freedom 5 and the various heroes of the world. Can you tell me what this is about? Do you need to call 911?
No, it's about an impending threat. This is not something emergency responders are equipped to handle. This is supernatural. This is otherworldly. Believe me, they'll want to know about this.
All right, I think some kind of overcome action is involved.
So I need a power, quality, and ability, right?
That's right.
I think just because, this is intense. We've got intensity going on here. Power, I'm going to go with vitality. Qualities, I've been to the other side. And abilities, or status.
Your status.
Status. Power, quality, status,
Yeah.
which is also D8. All right. My mid die is a 4. So success with a minor twist, if I remember correctly.
Yes, that's correct. So, what do you tell him to get him to put the call through or do what you want him to do?
I think that he probably, from my words, believes there might be a little bit of credence to what I'm saying. He also thinks I might be kind of crazy. And so he's probably putting in a call to emergency responders that we might have a whack job that needs to go to, he needs to have an assessment and spend some time thinking about his life and maybe some group therapy to figure things out, because he sounds crazy.
So, the look in his eye definitely says that.
Yeah.
He picks up the phone and he starts calling to his other security people, and you can tell that something's like he's just not going to do it. So you add a little bit. You add the other side in, and the comic panel that we see involves this multitude of visible only to you colors coming off your body and like your face into this guy and then working their way through his veins, and he's like, you see his head kind of twitch a little bit, and he's like, of course, this way.
Thank you.
And he leads you up a series of secure elevators and into an open like a living room, meeting room, boardroom combo. And who's there?
I'm there.
All right.
Yeah.
Wraith is there. The elevator comes up, and there's like a really bewildered, honestly kind of drugged looking security guard and some guy that you've never seen. They are completely unannounced, and they should not be here. What do you do?
Yell at the guard. Who's this? Why did you bring him here?
This is
Malcolm Wallace.
And you are...
A guy with a problem that I think is the kind of problem that you'll want to deal with.
I'm sort of sitting at the desk, tracing a circle of frost with my finger.
across the
Finger of my
glass.
suit across the glass.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it this time? Baron Blade going all crazy again? Grand Warlord Voss and his minions showing up? What? What do we got?
No, nothing quite like that. Hey, do we need our friend here anymore, or can we send him along his way?
Well, I guess that depends on you, huh?
I got no ill intent here. We're on the same side.
We got this.
Yeah, trot along in a cop.
He backs out and presses keys the button, and the door shuts.
Okay, So this is going to sound crazy, but there's something bad going on. I don't know if it's just in Rook City. No, I think it's here too. I don't know what it is.
Bad stuff in Rook City, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? I know.
Water's wet, up is down.
Yeah. Get to the point.
There's a flash of white and blue, and then suddenly, Legacy stands on the edge of the balcony. Who is this intruder?
Hey,
Don't worry about it, big man. We got this.
no, we're all on the same
Got this.
side. My name's Malcolm Wallace.
Who are you, young man? Malcolm Wallace?
Yeah.
He's got something bad to report.
This wouldn't have something to do with Baron Blade, would it?
Sorry, not this time.
Yeah, I was hoping to.
Your legaciness.
Legacy.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there a title? I don't know. You're pretty famous. Do you get a title, or is it just legacy?
Just legacy.
All right. Cool. No, look. All right. I know this is gonna sound weird, but see, like a year ago, I died. I know it doesn't look like it.
My God, are you all right?
Well, he got better, obviously.
I got over it.
There could be some lingering effects.
It's okay. He
Yeah,
got
there's
better.
lingering effects. Something brought me back. I don't know what it is. From what I could find out at libraries, it seems like it's some kind of, good spirit or something. Calls itself. No, I gotta look because I forgot. Calls itself Asha Monitu.
God bless you.
Yeah, exactly. But look, I don't know what it is, but it brought me back, and it gave me a chance to fix things. You see, look, don't get too, anxious with the handcuffs and whatnot, but I used to work for the organization. And I wanted out.
Yeah.
How did you get past
They don't
the
take
front desk?
too kindly to that sort of thing, normally.
No, they don't. And I asked your security guard real nice like, and he brought me up.
Young man, we don't usually take too kindly to people manipulating their way into Freedom Tower.
There was no manipulation. I presented my case very persuasively.
I don't know, you look kind of drunk to me.
I didn't make him drunk.
You wouldn't be telling me a lie, would you, young man?
No. Ain't telling a lie. You got some kind of lie detector? I know you got a lot of superpowers. That one of them?
Tachyon!
No. What? What's happening? Hey, who's this guy?
We have a young man here. Malcolm, you said.
Yeah, Malcolm Wallace.
Seems to be having some kind of issues.
Look,
I think it may be a good idea that we give him a medical exam.
we haven't even finished explaining the whole thing. The thing is, the spirit, the Asha Monitu, he's gone.
Hold on. Wait. What spirit? What are you talking about? Who is this guy? Why is he here anyway?
He's undead or something.
I think he's in need of trouble, or in need of help.
Any?
Words.
Depends on how he answers.
Well, I got plenty of trouble.
In need of help. Alan meant to say.
Need of help? And you said he's undead?
Sounds like it to me. I mean,
He seems pretty
He
living to
looks
me.
lively to me, and he
Die
comes over
and
and pinches at your
come
cheek.
back. I mean, doesn't that make you undead? Isn't that what undead is? I don't know.
I think it makes me not dead.
Not dead is living. He looks pretty living to me.
Anyway, as I was saying, I wanted out of the organization. You didn't let me finish my story.
The organization?
No, go right ahead.
Yeah. They didn't take too kindly to that. I was a valuable asset and whatnot. So I ended up with a sucking chest wound, which is usually nature's way of saying slow the hell down. Getting stuffed inside a 50-gallon drum. Everything goes dark. Next thing I know, I'm waking up in an overgrown clearing amidst all this rubble. Vines crawling all over the place. And that drum is bust open. Lie all over the ground. I guess whatever cleaner they hired didn't know you're supposed to boil the stuff to make a body dissolve into nothing. But yeah, so here I am.
Seemed pretty sloppy for the organization.
Maybe he was a new guy.
I guess.
Do you think this good spirit is linked to this bad feeling you're having?
Yeah, the feeling is because it's gone. He's been talking to me ever since I woke up. He tells me things, and knows things. Things that help me out. I've been waging war on these guys, the organization, since I woke up. From the shadows, you know. Real quiet like. You can appreciate that.
So they're informing on your enemies, on villains? At least it was. This voice.
Yeah. But now he's gone, and I don't know why. Not like anybody ever saw him. Not even like Yoda ghost style, you know?
Outside of my area of expertise, I'll tell you that right now.
It's a strange mystery.
Start tracing a skull out of frost on the glass.
Not only the mystery of this voice that informs you about villainy, but also its disappearance.
Yeah. You know, as near as I could find, looking around in libraries and stuff, has some kind of origin in some kind of Indian lore. The Algonquins, yeah? Yeah, they had stories about the Manitou. Some kind of spirit. There's the good spirits, there's bad spirits. And Manitou is the good spirit.
And who's the bad spirit?
You would ask that, wouldn't you? I don't know if it's related, but I can tell you. Pause a moment.
Seems pretty shifty to me. Is he who he says he is?
Well, if there's a good spirit that brings him back to life, then
Look,
I see no reason to doubt that there's a bad spirit.
Yeah, this all could be a load of bull honky.
Alchi Manitou, bad spirit. Look, you think if I was making this up, I'd come right into the Freedom Tower in front of you heroes?
I still haven't been told how you got here anyway.
I told you the security guard let me out.
Security guard brought him up.
Doesn't sound like security.
I mean, I'm thinking
Just then, you hear sirens and screaming out the open window. Legacy runs to the side and looks over, and then he puts his hand up at his ear, and he's all like, "Tyler, are you near?
I run out there and look.
Sentinel Park!"
No.
Legacy floats up into the air, and you can clearly see like fires and commotions over at Sentinel Park, and then he whoosh just flies down there.
All right.
we'll meet you there.
Tachyon's already gone. I'm gone.
So
All right.
I guess you're going first.
I guess you're going first. You get there, and there's this strange scene. There's like all kinds of just random folks that are coming out of the park, and they're just attacking people, and like they, like grouping up and flipping over cars. Things are starting to set on fire. It's just mass chaos, and you can't really tell, like who's who. There's just people attacking each other. What do you do?
I guess I try to start putting out fires with air.
With air?
Yep.
How does that work?
I don't know. Do I do the whole flash thing with my arms or something?
Dude, I don't know.
It's your character?
I don't know, man. Like, what happens? Get your dice out, man. Here we go.
Nice. I guess that's the thing I do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
dice.
use those in them role-playing games most of the time.
Yeah,
Sometimes you use
Yeah, I
cards.
thought about
Sometimes
that.
sometimes you don't.
I thought about
He
that.
thought we were playing Amber.
But maybe we weren't using it. You never know.
Or Hillfolk.
Or something.
Or just one of my average games where you don't get into a fight within the first 10 minutes of the game.
Rolling dice with your shots.
Okay. I guess I'm using speed.
Speed.
Science.
Okay. You're
And
just figuring out like the right, amount of air that has to go to just like gut the flames out.
Yep. Guess so.
Or maybe you mix it with dust.
Oh.
Yeah,
Smother it.
Mix it with dust. Smother it. And you got to do a status too.
Yeah. Green.
Okay, got it.
D6.
Got it.
Mid-die is the 3. That's not a
3.
success.
That's not very good.
That's a fail with
That's
a minor.
let me look again.
Success with a major or minor? Choice.
So
Don't remember.
it's I'll give you a choice. Do you want to succeed or with a major twist, or do you want to fail?
I'll succeed with a major twist. It's more interesting.
Okay, so you start whirling your arms really quickly and picking up a bunch of dust and just like a beam throwing dust all over one of these fires to put it out. And 3 people jump on top of your back and grab a hold of you. Who are you going to pass it to?
All right. So Malcolm Wallace, mild-mannered, or somewhat exotic-looking kid, looks towards the park and the window that Legacy just flew the hell out of, and
God damn.
and take 2 running steps towards that window. And I imagine in the comic book panel, as you watch him running, you see from his skin, even from the clothes he's wearing, it looks like clothes, tiny tendrils. The close-up shot is tiny tendrils of green plant fibrous material sprouting out and just covering his whole being. And that 2 steps runs towards the window and jumps out with one arm stretched out behind him, and tendrils just spring out spontaneously of vines and grab onto the edge of that window, and he almost rappels down the side of the building with vines shooting out and grabbing onto the stonework and sliding down and over to the park.
That was pretty dope.
So now he looks like Swamp Thing.
Does he Spider-Man down with vines?
I guess we should follow the
Sort of.
Jolly
Kind
Green
of, a
Spidey.
little bit.
Sort of. It's a very un-Spider-Man sort of.
Yeah, it's
descent.
more like a controlled slide.
Oh,
A controlled fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the Jolly Green Spidey.
I don't get any bigger. I'm still like 5'9".
Yeah.
So, so when you get down there, you can see what he sees, but that sounds like a full action to me. I don't think there's any roll that needs to happen, but who are you going to pass it to?
We'll just go around the table.
Stepping up to the window, Absolute Zero peers around, looks down, shrugs, dives out of the window, proceeds to press his hands down vigorously, jets of cold come out, slowing his descent, and then as he nears the ground, forming into a ball, which becomes a pole of ice, which then becomes a ramp that he slides along, and suddenly he's speeding along the ground on a sheet of ice towards the park.
All right, so you see the same scene. Who are you passing it to?
Wraith.
I'm also imagining that as each character arrives, there's them standing there or in the middle of moving, and then their name in their iconic font,
I walk over to the elevator and get in.
He's like Hawkeye in Age of Ultron.
Grappling hook, man. Grappling hook. Okay, never mind. You play the way you want.
You can play it the way you want. See, isn't it annoying when some writer takes over your favorite character and doesn't do it the way you want? You're like, gosh darn it!
Yeah, go in.
I casually ride the elevator down.
You're like,
Doors open. Then I sprint to my car and drive over to the park.
What kind of car is it?
it's the Batmobile.
Black Escalade.
She just gets in a black Escalade. She don't even have her Batmobile. She don't care. Apparently, this is the posh as hell Wraith. All right. Bust out on the other side. Who are you going to pass it to? Options include the villains, Legacy, and Bunker.
Villains.
Villains. So, the villains are, long story short, the villains are coming after everybody here. Now I need dice. Look at this. Look how this happened to me.
Oh,
You're up.
uh-oh.
You what?
Here.
Oh, look. There's a pile of Post-it pads over here.
Whoa!
That should be enough. And a pencil.
Oh, look, there's a bag full of pencils there.
Oh, look at this, Dad. Ready for this magic?
Ka-chow.
Got a pencil. Didn't have
Okay,
dice.
so like random people come out of the crowd, and I think for you, they come out of the crowd and they stick their hands out like this, and these like long wooden shards come flying out of their hands. You take 2. Whoa.
Ow.
Humans, citizens aren't supposed to do that.
So the guys that are on you, they're trying to hold on to you and keep you in place as best they can. So they have not very good. So you have a -1 hinder to your next action.
That just takes 1 off the mid die, right?
Yes,
Okay.
for your next roll. There's a bunch of people that are like amassing together and shoving each other and like almost crushing each other to push over this lamppost, which is falling down on you. You take 1 damage.
You're like, ow.
Ow.
That was my shoulder.
Really hit, Peter.
You experience, much similar to him, some of these people reach up with their hands, and these branches grow out of their hands and start trying to entangle you in the air.
Is this an attack?
They're trying to hinder you. Oh, that was a good one. So you get a -2. Then you see a whole bunch of people surge back into the trees, and for a brief moment you see this huge mechanistic head stick up above the rest of the trees,
Go bunker.
and then come crashing down, and boom, this big impact hits the ground, and all this dust flies up, and there's screaming, and you don't know what the hell's going on, and then Legacy flies like halfway over there, and then just sort of stops. So that was their turn. I'll pass it to 1, 2, 3, 4. You.
All right.
Who are you again?
Kudzu. Kudzu.
Kudzu.
Kudzu. The creeping vines. I think, so as these people with their thorny spikes or branches are
Yeah, they're entangling you in their branches.
wrapping all around me, I think I want to give myself a boost.
Okay.
I think I want to use animal control, and for this purpose, animal control is not just animal control; it's pretty much critter control, like squirrels and boring beetles. And
Oh, those
crap.
are animals. Those are all animals. Those all
Yeah,
count.
and boring beetles. Yeah, they come
Yeah,
come out of the woodwork and just swarm all over these folks and start gnawing through the vines that are entangling me.
Okay.
So I think I've got some animal control. We're gonna do some. This sounds like close combat.
Yeah.
And the status die.
Yeah.
Now I can only give myself a boost. Can I give other people a boost?
Do you have a power that allows you to give other people a boost?
Well, can boost just give other people
You can boost yourself or somebody else.
for you or an ally? Okay.
For you or an ally, unless you have an ability to let
So
you do both.
who else was hindered here? You were hindered?
Tachyon has a bunch of people that just like piled onto her back.
Okay. And somebody else got thornity spiked. Who was that?
That was me.
Was it just an attack or was it an actual?
It was just an
hinder?
attack.
It was an attack. They attacked him and they threw splinter things out of their hands.
Okay.
Wooden splinters.
No fun.
All right,
And they dropped the lamp.
It's like, like they most of them just like you got a scratch on your thing that you need to buff out later. You know.
You're like,
All right, and
Yeah.
hey.
so I got 7 because Yeah.
with your -2.
No, 5 then.
Okay, so you
Succeeds
got
with a minor twist.
okay. Succeed with a minor twist.
Yeah.
So
Oh wait, you don't use that. That's only to overcome. This is a boost.
boost. Yeah.
So I just +2.
Yeah.
I just
Okay,
negated.
that's right. Yeah, you
I
get
just negated my penalty.
well. Your penalty. You took your penalty for that roll,
Oh, so now I have a +2.
and now you have a bonus for your next roll.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. And the ball's in your court. Who are you passing to? Basketball star.
The next panel sees probably Wraith, eyebrows furrowed in concentration, barreling towards the park in her Escalade, and
Well, she just narrowly avoided the telephone pole falling on her
that's right.
and got glass in her face.
No, my car.
I get out of the car.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any enemies near me? Any minions?
If you stop near enemies,
I
then
guess
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Not sure.
No panels in this comic book will involve assessing how much movement you have and how many squares it will take to get there.
Because that's not fun.
Okay.
This music seems a little
After almost being crushed by
Yeah,
a
this
telephone
isn't really
pole.
doing it for me.
Yeah.
It was the
It's
first one that
fine.
was good. Now it's
Yeah.
just all over the place.
It's fine, but for this scene, it's not fine.
Nope. Not right.
That kind of stuff's hard.
I know, right?
The first one was good. Just after that, it was like, whoa.
So given that she was almost crushed, I am going to take a defensive pose and strike.
Nearly
from
crushed. Not crushed.
I know, I'm nearly crushed. I'm going to use a strike from the shadows and kind of hold off the enemies at bay who are surrounding me.
Okay, you're gonna do it. Are you gonna?
The strike from the shadows, attack using stealth die.
But what move are you doing? Are you defending?
It is, yeah. Defending.
Okay. So whatever you get out of your roll will be a penalty to somebody attacking you.
Yeah. Attack with move. Okay.
Oh, here, this one's good. You did this one last time and you were right.
Which one?
So whoever attacks me until my next turn
Uh-huh.
takes 2 penalty.
Okay, take 2 penalty to the next attack against you. All right.
Well, all attacks until my next turn.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And I'll pass
Because you are
it
the Wraith, and that's what the Wraith does.
and I'll pass it off to Legacy.
Legacy turns in midair, and he sees Tachyon, and he raises his fist and starts barreling towards her.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Does he do the whole Superman?
Legacy is using flight. If I can find dice to accomplish this. Where are all my 8s? 8s.
I know, man. Everything I roll is like all D8s.
Mine's like a D8, a D10, D8, D6.
Most people know they need to have more D10s in their game. Okay, so I'm using flight, I'm using close combat, and I'm using my status die. And yeah, I'm not doing any of that. I'm just punching you.
Punching the crap out of you.
All right, you're punched for 6.
Ow. Ouch. Okay.
Legacy is bouncing his turn to absolute 0.
Seeing Legacy turn to attack Tachyon. Absolute Zero kind of gets a puzzled look on his face for a second and goes, "Whoa, easy there. Take it easy. Just cool down there, big guy." And I wave my hand in front of me. Cold shoots out and forms a shield in front of Tachyon. Using Ice Shield.
Nice.
So let's see here. That's going to be cold. And we'll go with range combat, I guess, and status die. So you get an 8 to defend next time.
An 8?
The next time you're attacked.
Nice.
Which is just straight damage reduction.
And then you get boosted by 3 for my min die.
Okay.
So 3 on the die.
Yeah.
So that's a +1. You get a +1 boost.
Okay. So my
Plus 1 boost and a shield.
my hinder and boost are counteracting each other.
So they cancel each other out.
Yep, we cancel each other.
And then I'll pass the Tachyon.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just making sure I get everything down. Okay. So I still got those dudes on me, right?
Yeah.
So
what happened is a shield of frost formed
Yeah.
along your arm, and then another sheet of ice formed underneath your feet to give you a little bit of speed to build up.
okay. So what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna do a vibrate thing to
Nice.
like go through the people
Okay.
with like molecules and stuff with
You might just be able to shake them off. We'll see how well you roll.
principle of science, if that's what I'm trying to do.
Sure.
Which is overcome while applying specific scientific principles. Use your max die.
Oh, here we go.
You and
man.
each of your allies gains a hero point.
You're getting this game now.
Yes.
Okay, so you're using science and
Yes.
speed.
So speed, which is a D10, and science, which is a D12, and green is status die, which is a D6. 9? 6? That's a 6. Okay.
Okay, you got a 6.
Yeah. Oh
to-
wait. No, never mind.
Yeah, I think with a 6, you just start to vibrate fast enough that like these people's hands start to burn and they can't hold on to you any longer.
Right. Okay. I mean, okay, cool. I mean that works, I guess.
And they let go of you.
That works. I was trying to do, but okay. And everyone gets a hero point.
Woo! Woo woo! We like hero points.
Yes.
I think if you want to like vibrate fast enough to phase through matter, you're rolling higher than that is my thought.
Probably.
Yeah. I didn't do. I rolled
Did you apply your boost?
the boot.
Oh, the boot.
I was
The boost is
hindered.
canceled out.
Yeah,
by
that's
the
right. It
spell.
counteracted. Okay.
I didn't. I rolled like half of what I could.
Yeah, I know.
Sad.
It happens. Who's next?
Who hasn't gone? There's environment, villain. I think all the heroes have gone.
I went first.
The environment has not gone,
And Bunker hasn't gone.
and Bucker has not gone.
Yeah.
We'll go environment.
So all of the you've got just swarms of people coming at you guys now, and they're just attacking with things that they found on the ground and stuff.
Oh no.
And I'm just going to go around this way. You're taking 4 from people clubbing you with crap.
-2.
You're taking 3 from the same. Kudzu 2.
I have a reaction.
Go for it.
My prickly response.
Ah.
Like as the attackers are coming towards me, I lash out with just stinging nettles and thorny vines to defend myself. When I would be dealt damage, roll a d4 while in the green zone, which I did. I got 2. D6 while in the yellow, etc., etc. Reduce the damage you take by that roll. Attack another target with that roll. So, I guess if the environment is a target, I don't want to kill anyone, but somebody's getting cut up a bit from that. Yeah.
Okay. So just tell me what I'm ready. Tell me what happens.
No, I reduce the damage, and the crowd. I guess if the crowd counts as a minion, it can make.
Yeah, it counts as a minion.
Yeah, minion save.
All right. Versus a 2.
2. Yeah.
I rolled a 2.
So I don't remember what happens in the case of a
It means it's destroyed or incapacitated or stopped or you win.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the crowd is at this point no longer crowding me here. All right.
Give me some special effects. What does your plant power do to make that happen?
Is there a visible effect on these people? Do they look like they've been infested with something?
They look totally zombified out.
Oh, I think it's like
they've got like green crap.
dude, they're like the zombie ants.
Yeah, yeah.
I think just like as they're coming towards me, from like, because I have elasticity, is when the creeping vines is one of my powers. Shoot forth at an incredible rate, and just start wrapping these people all up, and scour the crap out of them, removing removing the fungus and just like the crap that's infested them, and probably just leaving them unconscious on the ground.
That was awesome. All right, last one, Meredith.
Reaction. Nimble strike.
All right, here we go. This is like the card game,
Right?
People move towards you. I attack them with speed die.
Okay, so are you going to counter the attack that's coming at you, or just
What's
just
the
attack
difference?
back? Are you? I'm going to do damage on you. You tell me what happens. How about that?
Okay.
You're going to do 2.
Well,
You're going
remember,
to
you
take
got your ice shield defense.
2 damage.
Yeah.
The 2
So
damage.
you take no damage
does
because the ice
nothing.
shield negates it.
And my
The ice
defense
shield
is
negates it.
gone.
Yes.
Okay. So as they're coming at me, and I assume they come to swing at me.
Yeah, they're swinging at you with just rocks and sticks.
Yeah,
and
rocks and
random
sticks and
things they've
stuff. So one in particular, I use speed. I like run up to them like to take the hit, but as I take the hit, I like grab their arm and fling them around really fast with their momentum smacking me. I mean, I still get hit, but I fling them around a bit.
got. Sounds good.
So speed, close combat,
Sounds good.
and
Your stats.
green. 4. So the mid die.
Okay. So they're pretty much, unless they explode. Do dice explode in this game?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah. So they're screwed. You fling them all, off in every direction, and they just land knocked out.
Okay.
And that's the end of their turn.
So here's a question: Can you decline to use a boost and use it on a later roll?
I think if it makes sense for the narrative,
Okay.
but largely it's intended that you don't bank them
Yeah.
because it promotes more things happening in the story and more creativity.
Okay.
But like if it's something like if you were to say Tachyon wants to make a device that gives a bonus, right? She can use that later. Like if there's kind of a chill scene and she wants to build a device to do something, that could provide a bonus when she decides it provides a bonus.
Them
So let's say
inventions.
that boost I had is gone. I didn't actually use it, but it's fine. It's gone. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Who's up
It's okay.
next? Oh, I have to decide.
Yep.
Yep.
Who's everybody's gone this turn? You've gone. You've got. The only person who hasn't gone is
Bunker and
Bunker.
yeah,
Bunker and
whatever.
bunker.
yeah.
You can hear like a bunch of crazy machine sounds on his turn.
Reconfiguring.
Yeah, and then we'll say that it's Tachyon's turn,
Okay.
and now we're starting over.
Where is Legacy at the moment?
He's like 10 feet away from you.
Do you need my scene tracker, or you got it?
I've got one.
Ah.
I should use it though. I haven't had to use it for a while. The way things jump around makes it difficult to remember who did what.
Yeah. Because I think this is actually with the start of the third round of the scene.
Yes.
Okay. That sounds right.
Yes.
So, what's going on with him? What does he look like? Like
He looks
seriously.
like these people do, where he's got like the weird stuff growing around his. He's got green stuff kind of dripping out of his eyes. Something's definitely wrong with him.
Okay. Is there like vines laying around on the floor
Oh yeah.
from them?
I
Everywhere.
got vines laying all over.
I
Everywhere.
don't see why not.
Okay. I'm totally gonna try to get some of these vines and wrap up Legacy a little bit.
Okay.
Hinder action, I'm assuming.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
You gonna hinder legacy?
Yeah.
I'll try. I mean, it's Legacy, but
You got to do something, man.
gotta do something. Can't just sit there. I'll use, I guess, speed again, or whatever. Finesse.
Okay.
Not sure.
Tying knots and stuff. Why not?
Yeah.
Cool. And then D6 for status die.
Okay.
6.
6. Okay. So that will do a thing. Go away. 6 does, and you're doing a
Hinder
A hinder. A 6 hinder is a -2, so he's got a -2. Let me write that on his thingy here. All right.
Right.
All right. Who's next?
Bunker again.
Mm. Off in the trees, you hear this like. Absolute zero.
Okay.
That's cool.
Turning towards Legacy, I kind of shake my head. Sorry, big guy. This might hurt you more than it hurts me. It's gonna hurt me too, just a little. And reaching down, both hands come out. Icicles come shooting out at him. So I know pretty much the only way to take him down is with brute force, and something's obviously hindering him. So I'm kind of using the vines to, as his motion is slowed, and just sort of trying to freeze the vines around him.
Oh,
it worse.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just attacking.
You're attacking though. Yeah. Cause icicles to shoot out of him and jab the crap out of him.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it.
It like encases the thorns on the vines with ice.
Uh-huh.
So let's see.
What?
Why are we attacking legacy?
Because he's gone crazy.
Legacy is going to take 8 cold damage, and I'm going to take 1.
He takes 8 damages.
8 of.
Okay. So that was Absolute Zero's turn. Who's next?
We'll go with Wraith.
Wraith.
Is legacy up in the air or is he on the ground?
He's sort of in the air-ish, but Tachyon's wrapped him up with a bunch of vines, and then Absolute Zero froze the vines and made them stab the crap out of him, and so there he is.
Well, I'm gonna take out my grappling hook,
Uh-huh.
shoot it around him, and kind of like tie him off on the nearest truck.
Okay, so you're trying to hinder him as well?
Correct.
Okay, so he already has a -2 hinder, so you're going to need to roll pretty high to get a better one, and whichever one is the highest is the one that's going to apply.
Well, they don't stack.
They do not stack.
Right. Okay, that's good to know.
8.
Otherwise, the game would be broken. 8? Oh, that's worse.
That's better.
Yeah, that's definitely better. Yeah, you wrap him up, real tight and then tie him off. Probably the truck's probably not the best bet, but whatever. Or it is if you start it. Okay. That was your turn. Who's next?
We'll go with Kudzu.
Kudzu. Kudzu knows something wacky and supernatural is going on here. I'm a little bit familiar with this. I got passing familiarity, as it were. And I'm going to use my intangibility, my umbral shift, my step sideways, if you will,
Whoa.
into the realm of the spiritual,
Oh, wow.
Hey there.
and see if I can't give Legacy a little bit of a psychic bitch slap to get him to snap out of it.
Okay.
This ain't you, man. This ain't you, Mr. Parsons.
Yeah.
Is his identity secret? Or does everybody know he's Paul Parsons?
I don't know the answer. I think his identity is secret,
Okay.
unless you're a hero.
All right.
I think. I have not listened to the Legacy episode for probably 2 years.
Okay.
So I can't remember that.
You're just like,
I need to go
wait.
back and review that one.
This ain't you, Legacy.
That's
You're
the
a
question.
hero.
Wait a minute.
You're attacking your friends, the Freedom Five. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think I'm probably using, got the status die as a D8, my umbral shift, which is a D8, and I'm thinking either I've been to the underside or magical lore. They're both D8, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So we're doing an overcome. And we got a 4, which succeeds with a minor twist.
Give me a second here. And you're attacking, right?
I'm not attacking. I'm overcoming. I
you're
want to
trying
try
to
to
overcome his-
snap him out of his zombie, his
his
transmogrification. Yeah.
Get him.
Okay. What, you put your dice away?
Yeah.
Okay. Next time.
They're still on the same. I had,
What was your min die?
I had 6, 4, 3.
3.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you do that, like, you pierce through the spirit realm into his mind to fight this strange foreign influence. And then as you do, you can see like this lantern, this symbol of a lantern just kind of like suddenly pop out of him. Yeah. And then this like crazy like static, like the TV being tuned to the wrong channel just comes and just like wraps itself around you, and you're like, what's going on? And you're going to take a -1 hinder to your next action from
All right.
the static.
Oh, heck.
The static
No, the static of death.
That was Kudzu's turn.
from being discombobulated. Who hasn't gone? Let's give it to the environment. The environment hasn't gone.
Okay, the environment hasn't gone. There are 4 groups of plant people left, and they're going to do the same thing they did before. Or there's 3 groups because you took one out. Was that it? No, you took one out. There's
I
2
took
left.
one out.
There's 2 left. And you are in the same place you were before.
Yeah, I didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything. Okay, so yeah, I think they're coming after you too. You're going to take 2 Wraith as they just piling on you and punching you and stuff. And then Absolute Zero takes 4 as maybe somebody drops a power line on you and it.
I shift to yellow, automatically boost using modular realignment, and I rolled a 6.
That's awesome.
So,
Okay.
what is a 6 boost value? I got
A
it
6
right
boost
here.
value
Plus
is
2.
a 2.
It's 2.
I got the table here handy. I don't need to look it up
Yeah,
stuff
I
like you do.
got
So.
it. It's right here. I just
Oh, you
forgot
got it
to-
in the booklet.
He's got it in the booklet.
Yeah, I just forgot to.
Legacy, it like you see him. He does his arms out like this and breaks all of this ice that's around him. And he holds onto his head, and he does a thing. I need his sheet again.
Yeah, Legacy, do the thing.
Do the thing, Legacy. All right. All right. And strength. Succeed with a major twist. So Legacy starts like struggling and pulling against these wires, and then he hits the ground, and you see like the ground flexes a little bit as he bases off, and he pushes himself into the air and goes boom, flying into the air. The cable breaks, and he flies up into the sky, and then you can't quite see him, and you wonder if he's gone. And then a shadow starts falling.
Oh snap!
Falling. People start moving out of the way, backing up.
Do I have time to do a thing?
You can try to do a thing.
I'm going to make like vast, dense bramble, loosely compacted, twisty, windy to absorb falling damage. Try to put it under where he's falling.
Okay, go for it.
So
We'll say it's your turn now.
all right, that sounds like plants. That sounds like, gee, I don't know what kind of quality that would be. We're going to go with close combat. I got to judge where he's falling. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
And status. So 5. What am I rolling? Is it a boost, an overcome?
I think you're rolling kind of like a defend.
A defend.
So it's like
it's on mid die, right?
Yeah, mid
So
die.
it's 5.
5. Okay. So he comes like zooming downward. You wrap all of this stuff together, and hits into this stuff, and it's still just this devastating impact. All this stuff goes flying. All these pieces of wood and debris and stuff just go shooting up into the air. You can pass your turn now.
All right. We're going to go with who hasn't gone this round.
Everybody.
So
But you and Legacy.
Absolute 0.
Okay. So the guys that are attacking me, I sort of, I hate to do this to civilians, but enough is enough. And I suddenly all the air in the area around me like draws in through the vents in my suit, and this sheen of frost appears around me. And then extending my hands out, the ground just freezes with a solid layer of frost in all directions. And
Are you gonna freeze people's feet to the ground? Or something?
Yeah.
Awesome.
attacking using I'll use sub-zero atmosphere.
Sure.
Hinder any number of close targets using cold.
Oh, nice.
So we'll go with cold, cool under pressure, and satisfy. And I rolled for crap.
That's the police coming. Did you hear it?
Oh. Accurate.
So 5 hinder with the boost.
5 hinder, which is a -2, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, they've got a -2, and that was absolute 0. All right, who's up?
We'll pass it to Wraith.
Cool. Those who are frozen to the ground, well, frozen, but their feet are frozen to the
These
ground.
guys are frozen to the ground.
Are there additional ones coming to me?
Oh yeah,
as well?
they're
Okay.
the ones who've just been punching the crap out of you.
Okay. I'm gonna strike from the shadows and just attack them with throwing knives.
So you're gonna like run away, and then
Yeah.
attack
Away,
from
throwing knives.
some unknown place.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
Let's see. I'll do that. Close combat, and I'm still in brain, so.
Be right back.
So a 9 for the attack, and until my next turn, I'll be defending with a 3, which I guess is a.
So a razor ordnance flies out into the group of people, and they're just torn up by these things, and they all fall to the ground. You hope nobody's dead.
Yeah. Has Bunker gone this turn? If not, we'll go Bunker.
Wraith. Okay. Nothing happens on Bunker's turn that you notice.
Okay.
And then he will let the plant people go. And on their turn, they are too hindered to act. It is Tachion's turn. He is gone, so he will lose his turn because he left. So I will call on Absolute Zero again.
Okay, let's see here. Does Legacy showing any signs of movement, or does he look like he's down and out?
He looks like he's down now.
Well, I'm not going to make any assumptions here. I'm going to assume that, or I'm hoping that Bunker is not in the same situation, but don't know yet. So just to be sure, I'm going to ice shield myself.
Okay.
And undo corner pressure status. So that'll give me 5 defense and a 4-point boost for myself,
Awesome.
which would be +2. Yeah, +2.
Yes.
And Tachyon.
Tachyon.
I'm gonna
There's one group of opponents left, and they have their feet frozen to the ground.
one group, and they just count as a group, right? Not separate. Multiple targets.
They count as some
Okay.
guys. You're a superhero, and you can hit them all.
Okay, I was totally gonna hypersonic assault, but there's only one man's group.
Whatever.
So
So hypersonic assault. Who cares?
okay,
Do whatever you want. I don't care.
I do hypersonic assault then. Attack multiple targets using finesse.
Awesome.
Speed D10, finesse D8, status die green. Use your min die. Hinder with mid.
You attack with your min die, and you hinder with your mid die.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
2 for minimum, and 4 for hinder.
Ooh, they make it.
Oh,
But you're all running in and out of them, and they can't keep track of you. They can't keep track of you.
right.
Who are you passing it to? Let me rephrase this. Wraith, Kudzu, plant people. That's it.
Go Kudzu. Tatsu.
Kudzu. Finish him off, man.
So yeah, Kudzu is going to use an umbral strike. Attack using an intangibility. He's going to, since he doesn't want to physically hurt these people, strike at whatever malevolence is infesting them from within from the other side, as it were.
Okay.
Remove 1 physical bonus or penalty. Hinder a target. They don't have any bonuses. I don't think I'll do that. Hinder a target using your min die or maneuver to a new location in your environment. Okay. So that sounds like it's going to be plots and close
And
combat.
that's an attack in addition to all that?
Yes.
Cool.
It's a neat thing.
Yeah.
I can do a neat thing. I like doing neat things. And the status die. Attack using intangibility. Okay, that's right. 8 is the attack.
You already did the attack? You got
Yes.
8?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
You just tell me what goes down.
So
Whatever you say is what happens.
it takes him down. Like I said, I shift to the Umbra and lashing out with the tendrils of well, it would be plant matter if it was a physical attack, but it's, I suppose it's just a kind of a greenish energy, the energy of life and vibrant things, lashes out towards this crowd of people, ripping at the tendrils of darkness that are encasing them and infesting him. And just
to add to that, it's not quite darkness.
okay.
It's a dark green with this static all over it.
So it seems almost familiar, but like corrupted.
Yeah.
Anyway, tear at it and flail it away. The probably the psychic trauma of the experience leaves the people reeling, and they all collapse to the ground, incapacitated, but otherwise unharmed.
Police start swooping in, helping people that need help, arresting people that they're worried might be dangerous, mostly helping people.
Yeah.
End of the combat.
I gotta go see what's going on with Bunker.
Bunker has been completely overwhelmed by plant people of a much more extreme order than the ones you guys were facing. They are all defeated, but his suit is completely wrecked, and he is locked inside of it and injured.
Oof. No.
Well, I form a little sled of ice on the ground underneath him, slide him on it, and start pulling him back towards Freedom Tower.
The whole suit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check on Legacy.
Legacy is lying unconscious in a crater filled with plant material and wood. But
Like
the green stuff on his face is gone.
nice, but he's obviously not in good shape.
Not in good shape.
Crouching on the ground next to him, I kind of turn towards who's closest of you two.
Probably me.
You're both standing next to each other. So you believe me now?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, what's the protocol here? I extend viney tendrils under him to pick him up. Where does he need to go?
Back seat.
Go on over to the Escalade. Pile him in there.
So now I imagine like a cut scene.
Yeah.
There's probably like an ad for action figures, and then on the next page, you're back in Tachyon's lab, and you've got both Legacy and Bunker extracted from their various woody and metal environs. And on life machines, they got the
science,
blood pressure
yeah.
cuffs, and they got the oxygen, and they're being taken care of, and they're stable. They're going to be okay, but they're out of the fight. At least
Properly
now.
scienced them.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I imagine I'm probably sitting off to the side on one of those little round stools they have in the doctor's in the exam room, spinning like this.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
I'm just sort of standing there watching what's going on and redirecting jets of cold to the damaged parts of my armor and repairing myself.
Nice.
So, Kudzu, what do you know about those guys that attacked us? Seem to have the same sort of abilities as you.
Yeah. It was kind of the same, but it's like it was corrupted. It's like they were static.
Was it the bad spirit you was talking about?
Yeah, maybe so.
Well, it
Maybe.
sure wasn't the wand of the Good Witch of the North.
Yeah, I don't think it was that either. Maybe that's why I can't hear. Maybe that's why I can't hear him anymore. Maybe the bad spirit. Maybe Ochi Monatu did something.
Okay.
Okay. So you've got Freedom Tower's got all these communication systems and stuff, and Tachyon's got her computer set up to start showing her stuff. And so you've done with all the medical stuff, and of course while you're healing people and doing vital surgical and medical examinations and procedures that take second by second precision in order to maintain, proper accuracy to make sure people don't die. While you're doing that, you just check your email, like you do. And there is messages from all over the world of this kind of thing happening.
So
They declared a state of emergency across the entire United States.
plenty of other people have the same issue, if that's what you want to call it. We had a moment ago.
But if that's the case, somebody ought to buy some stock in the weed companies. I mean, fortune to be made there.
Couldn't hurt. No, for real
That
though.
was-
The Algonquins have any other stories regarding these spirits? Usually there's a eternal struggle between good and evil, any sort of stuff like that?
Oh, I don't remember reading anything like that, man. I'm not any kind of tribal shaman or anything. I'm just a kid from the hood and got caught up in the wrong things, I guess. For some reason, some spirit decided to take interest in me. But I'll tell you what they didn't have was big old mega computers running all over the place, did they? You guys got all the technology here. Is there any kind of weird energy coming off there? I know that there was something weird going on in the Umber, the other side. I could see it.
What now?
The spirit world, man.
Ah, of course.
I could see Legacy. He was
yeah.
he was all bound up
it's
by that
perfect.
stuff. He was bound up by that stuff, and once I tore it off of him, I tried to talk him out of it, and that's when he took off into the sky.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. I just know something definitely put a whammy on him.
That's one way of putting it.
Well,
Kind of makes me wish it was Baron Blade. That's a lot more straightforward, easy to fight,
You Legacy twitches a little bit in his sleep when you say that.
he's all like,
You don't got any kind of experts on this? I mean, I know a little bit about this kind of thing, but
Oh, who do we know that's magical? I don't know.
You know what? Show me to your supercomputers. You got sensors. Let me see what we can do. Maybe, and then I go on to, and then we start trying to fine tune things. I think it sounds like some kind of collaborative thing.
Yeah, I think that you're going to do a boost action
you right?
that's going to help him do a thing.
Right.
So what are you using for your boost action there?
Lightning calculator.
Lightning calculator sounds perfect.
D10. I'm actually gonna get one of these. It's easier to read. Science. Science. And a green status stack.
Many Tachyon's solutions come from science.
Science.
Oh, dropping the dice on the floor don't help.
6.
That's a +2 if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
6 is a +2. Yes, it is.
All right, so you get a +2 to your next action.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So basically, what I'm trying to do is see if we can use the center networks and the massive supercomputers and all the shiny toys that they have here at Freedom Tower to figure out if there's some kind of point of origin of these weird otherworldly energies, where they're coming from, where the disturbance is.
Getting the
So what kind of
satellites
action
and
is
stuff.
that? So overcome?
I think it's overcome, yeah.
Overcome's going to be pretty common. So I think
The sensors in conjunction with your own
yeah.
spiritual intuition.
Yeah, since my intangibility is technically the power, but in my case it's the umbral shift. That's what gets me in tune, man. I think I'm probably using that.
Okay.
His boost is me hooking him up to satellites and stuff.
And probably magical lore. And then a status die. With a +2 on the mid die. Okay. So 6 is the mid with an 8 with the +2, so it's going to be the action completely succeeds.
Okay. So you like start, feel out with the plant force and look at all the different satellite data and whatnot, and you can see that you're like, wait a minute, what about the meteorological stuff?
Yeah.
And you start looking at the weather patterns and stuff, and you can see very clearly as you look at the reports and the time and then the weather currents that it's being spread by the weather.
Oh, it's like
in the air
spores and stuff.
have gone all over the world, coming from one central place, Mason, Iowa.
What?
Mason, Iowa?
Yeah, some just town in Iowa.
Hey, does that Indian dude live there? That M. Night Shyamalan? Didn't he write a movie about this?
Don't know, didn't watch it.
I heard it was bad. That was before my time.
I didn't watch anything after Unbreakable.
It looks like it's coming from here. I mean, if I'm understanding this correctly, I mean, admittedly the technology is not my thing, but from what you say,
Yep.
this is the energies we're looking for. They're coming from here. You see, it's carried on the weather.
I guess we have a field trip.
Who's got a fast car? Fast plane?
I got a
So
fast
about
plane. I got a very fast plane because science.
All right.
It's like one of those planes that takes you out of the atmosphere.
You mean one of your fleet of Freedom Falcons?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
I've not heard anything like that officially in the game, but dude, Freedom Falcons.
What's
It's
this?
kind of a no-brainer.
Come on, yeah.
Freedom Jet.
I like Freedom Falcons.
Freedom Falcons.
Alliteration for the win. There's no time like the present. I mean, I'm not in charge here or anything. It seems like we should go.
Oh yeah, field trip to Iowa.
Yay.
So exciting. Let's go.
So on the next page is a
Wait, there's like one last panel, like with just Kudzu now as Malcolm Wallace down in the corner, looking a little bit, a little bit like with that, hey, I can come too, right?
like,
And then
sheepish,
like, yeah,
like desire to be included.
yeah. So I'm coming too, right?
Get on the plane, plant boy.
Of course.
Come on, plane man.
And on the next page is an ad for the Freedom 5 animated series, and we can take a pee break.
Pee break.
And I'll pause it here.
Do it. I don't need to pee, but I do need to go find out where I put my weapon. It's true.
Okay, it's back on. Hooray.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are flying down with your Freedom Falcon, and you're approaching this town. What did I call a town?
Mason.
Mason,
Iowa.
It's
Yeah.
in Iowa.
I don't know if that's a real town or not, but it is now.
It is now.
Is Megalopolis a city?
Yeah, exactly. You're flying down, and even from the sky, you can see that the place has been completely overgrown with all kinds of crazy fungi and, weird tubular, mushroom things. It's kind of a mess.
Oh, this is bad news.
Do we have gas masks?
I would think that the
It's an
ship,
airplane.
the airplane that you're in
So-
would be equipped with that kind of thing. Yeah, I think that's perfectly reasonable.
And if not, I invent it.
No, I think it's perfectly reasonable
Yeah.
that they would be there.
I think
Yeah.
it's less reasonable that it would not have them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what do? You're flying over top.
Well,
not over top, but like flying towards the area.
towards it. Everybody get some gas masks, because if it's traveling through air, we don't want this stuff in our systems making us kill each other.
Pretty sure my suit will protect me.
Well, good for you. Lots of other people don't.
I was just speaking for myself.
I know.
Look, I see a clearing over there. I bet you can put down there.
Okie dokie.
This thing's VTOL capable, right?
Yep. I'm assuming.
I don't know. What is that?
I don't know. Sure. Whatever you say, man.
Vertical takeoff and landing
Oh. Okay.
instead of
It's the Freedom Falcon.
Yeah.
We're fine.
It's totally not a Quinjet.
No.
This
No,
thing
no,
is way
no.
more stylish. than a
Copyright.
Quinjet.
Copyright. It's also got F's on it
Yeah.
instead of having A's on it.
And it has very, bird of prey.
It's got the FF with the circle around it.
Uh-huh.
It has a very bird of prey aesthetic to it. Yeah.
It's all like blue and white and stuff.
So you guys put on your masks.
Uh-huh.
I think my mask is probably just densely woven like moss. Actually, since you never actually did that medical exam, you don't actually know that Malcolm Wallace looks like a normal dude, but is like entirely composed of plant matter.
Oh,
And-
that
and
ain't
you breathe a
right.
sigh of relief that they didn't.
Yeah.
That ain't right.
Huh?
That ain't right.
Well, there's a human skeleton in there. The lie did its job, but not entirely.
That
So
ain't
if you eat a
right.
salad, does that make you a cannibal?
Well, you don't know that, so, but no, totally not.
That's not
Different
right.
species.
It's like a human skeleton wrapped up in vines and stuff. That ain't right.
Yeah.
That ain't right.
It's a human skeleton wearing a plant suit.
That ain't right. That just isn't. No, that's not right.
It's weird.
Well, I'm gonna head towards the big ball of messed upness.
Messed
It's
up.
all covered all over the buildings downtown. You guys are in a clearing nearby, and whatever this growth of stuff has grown all over, even onto the ground in this area, and it's turned everything, all of these crazy psychedelic colors, purple, pink, neon green.
Ooh.
Like this stuff is day glow. Just it looks like black light craziness all over the place.
You guys ever watch that old 80s animated movie, Heavy Metal? This totally reminds me of that.
What?
Or like The Scanner Darkly. You ever watch that movie?
No.
Yeah, man. This reminds me of that.
Start walking towards the town.
I guess
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
I think the nearest building is probably like the community high school gymnasium.
Anybody there?
So, I imagine I probably have a little bit of an intuition regarding,
Plant people.
things of a plant nature and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do these plants have, are they just wild growth, or do any of them have any kind of specific function that I could identify?
I think it's an overcome action to figure out.
Okay. I think I'm probably using my plant's power there.
Yeah, probably.
Any pod people in there we need to know about? From Mars or otherwise?
I would use Principle of Whispers, but I can't right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 1, 8, 9. My mid die is an 8.
Oh. So what do you want to know?
Is there any purpose to these structures besides just, is it rando plants, or are they serving a purpose?
There's a bunch of different plants serving a bunch of different purposes.
Okay.
It's a separate ecosystem. It's a new ecosystem.
All right.
All right.
So,
okay.
what I'm looking for specifically is there particular plants that are producing the pollen, the spores that are spreading throughout the atmosphere and causing these phenomena?
Hell yeah.
Which plants?
Well, the big purple ones are doing a lot. The big purple ones have these giant stalk and these really tight pods that are all on either side, and they've got little gaps in them, and as the wind blows through them, it blows this stuff all over the place.
Yeah, I'm pointing that out up there. I think that's the source of this malaise.
Huh.
You should probably freeze it up there,
Infection.
Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, you know what plants really hate? A good freeze. Reach out and just ice starts coalescing all across the surface of the building.
Christopher will give you a bonus if you have a good pun in your pocket. No bonus. Okay, no bonus from Christopher. Christopher and Adam are the guys that make the show or make the
okay.
game, And Christopher does way too many puns.
Is he a dad?
That's me making fun of him. Hi, Christopher. Hi, I love you. Bye.
Time for an early frost, guys. I'm gonna freezer burn it.
Okay.
Just an attack.
I think you're doing an overcome because it's not really an opposable villain.
Oh, okay. Principle of cold, then.
It doesn't have a little...
Same thing. And 11 to overcome, then, and everyone gets a hero point.
Yeah, so you... Like, there's probably several, like, clutches of these things around. Let's say there's 5. Whatever. Like, this one... Like this whole like little clutch of these like purple pod plants that they're like palm trees size. You just cold freeze the hell out of this whole little pod of them, and then you immediately like you smell something in the air. It smells like sugar candy in the sky.
Nope, it's fake. Don't fall for it.
Who do you want to pass your turn to?
We'll see what Wraith is gonna do.
What are you gonna do, Ray?
I'm going to use my grappling hook, and I'm going to climb to the top of one of the tallest plants, kind of get an overview of the area.
Okay.
Does it seem like in the town that the plants are more concentrated in a certain area, or would they seem
You could tell that from earlier, so I'm not going to let you waste your entire turn on that. They're focused around like the town and the center of town, and then they dissipate more as they go out. This is an epicenter, and you're just going closer and closer into it. But you can certainly climb up on top of something and get an even better vantage point, and see something maybe cooler.
Any targets between us and that?
There's tons of stuff. What do you climb on top of?
The tallest plant, whatever was spouting that.
All right.
The stuff that the plant he froze.
The plant he froze. All right, the purple palm tree pods.
Yeah.
Plants. Okay. So you climb on top of there, and you can see from the center of town there is a loose, unaffiliated, like unorganized army of people walking your direction. And as they walk, they become more and more orderly to the point that they're walking in complete straight rows. And as they begin to come a little bit closer, you can see that these aren't just people that had the weird pollen on their eyes and on their ears and nose and stuff. These look like humanoid plants.
Can we see him?
You can see him because he's up high.
That's what I'm asking.
You cannot see them yet.
Hey guys, watch out! We have some uninvited guests.
Pod people? Oh crap.
No, they look a little different. They look more like all plant.
Hey, everybody gather around.
Gathering.
Yeah.
And I want to use my principle of stealth. I want to overcome to infiltrate somewhere or avoid detection and use your max die. You and each of your allies gain a hero point. So I want to overcome using... I think I'm probably going to use my fine control of plants and basically provide us a moving camouflage carpet of just ground cover as we move along the edge of buildings to get past this mass of people towards the center of town, because that's probably where whatever's happening is happening. So, yeah,
Okay.
this is to infiltrate. All right, with my principle of stealth. So we're going to be using plants as power. Quality is going to be stealth, and then a status die. And I use my max die here. Max die is an 8. And everybody gets a hero point.
All right.
We should have 3 now, right?
Yeah.
So
You used your principle of science earlier. Didn't you?
Yeah.
You used your principle to overcome. We should have gotten a hero point from that.
And what isn't
You
5
did.
the max?
You didn't.
yes.
So we should have 4.
I got 5, but
Five?
I'll be wrong.
No,
I've been marking it off every time somebody says I had a hero.
I did tell you that. That's how you got one for me. That was the first hero point we got.
1. I think everybody's given us at least 1.
Yeah.
So we should be at 4.
Should go 4.
Okay.
So what does this weird camouflage look like?
Basically, it's kind of like I would say a moving wall of foliage, of creeping vines that looks like it's just rustling with the breeze that's blowing by. The breeze that's carrying this pollen and crap out into the weather patterns of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just caused it to spontaneously grow up around us and move with us as we sneak towards the center of town.
Okay. So you go sneaking towards the center of town, and so you see 2 things. The first thing that you see is this big building that's kind of the center of town, right? Not exactly, but it's not the center of town, but it's definitely the center of this plant epidemic, right? And it has mushroom things growing all over it, and weird fungus things growing over it, and these weird shoots shooting into the air, and all kinds of stuff. And then like you can kind of stay there long enough to kind of like get a good look at it, and you can see like this one little area where you kind of see past the plant material, and you see the logo for Pike Industries. And then you hear this, and there's this 12-legged giant plant spider beast that's walking, almost like patrolling around the area.
That ain't no.
Fungus dreadnought.
Yep.
This is not okay.
Yep.
Stop.
Suddenly, I feel like it's as if the Zerg were made out of fungus.
Yeah, fungal Zerg.
Fungal Zerg, indeed.
It's the flood, man.
Is that Halo?
Halo, yeah.
Yeah, I never played any of those.
Oh man, you're missing out. Anyways, what do you want to do? I don't think you've been detected yet.
What do you think there, Plant Boy? Take down the big guy? You're the expert here.
It's a sentry. Whatever we want to get at's past it. The question is, do we want to leave it behind us and risk it coming from behind? Or do we want to move past it and put an end to this?
I say we move past it. If this is magic, once we stop the source, it'll fall over.
Is it magic though?
I don't know. I mean, we got a grass spider. I'm assuming it's magic.
No, I think the problem there is we try to get to the source and try to find a way to put an end to this. That thing's going to come and ruin our day. I think we've got to take it out first.
Yeah. They'll come to defend the center.
Far be it for me to disagree with an experienced hero. That's just my opinion.
No, that's what I think too.
Well, I think we're in your element, so
Let's take it down.
Plus, you know,
I'm going to do it. Yeah, man.
Pike,
I am going to...
not exactly known for their magical stuff.
no,
Science
It's more like sewage and
yeah.
chemical waste and crap like
But this
that.
would be a perfect example of them fudging that up.
So like as soon as I say, yeah, let's take it down, man, I kind of step out of the wall of the carpeting vines and shift sideways into the umber briefly, and then back in right behind this thing and lash out with like thorny whip-like vines and start tearing at it. I use Umbral Strike. So, does it have any bonus dice or any bonus right now?
Not presently.
Okay, because it would remove that if it did. But this is an attack. I attack you using intangibility. And close combat. And status. So, hinder a target using your min die or maneuver to a new location in your environment. I think my new location... Yeah, I'm going to lash out at it and then step back through the umber, like across the plaza from these guys. So hopefully it tries to follow me and puts it back to them.
Oh, okay.
So I've got 884. So on that attack, so I attack it for 8.
Oh man, that's brutal.
Slice, slice, slice. Ripping at it, big chunks of fungus come flying out as I do the. You know how the cable saw works? Start cable sawing through this thing's legs with big thorny vines.
Oh man, that's brutal. Hold up here, give me a sec.
You got it.
That's not what it is.
Oh, and it is hindered for 4, so it's got a -2.
So 8 minus 2.
Oh no, sorry. I can or maneuver to a new. No, I'm not going to maneuver to a new location because
You want to hinder it?
I'm right there. I'm going to hinder it instead.
You hinder it for
I
minus
can't
2.
do
All right. So as you're passing through the umber, as you're calling it,
Yes.
you see the really strange, really scary sight.
Oh.
Amidst all of this like green plant energy is these like dense formulaic lines, numbers, math stuff, this static of math and lines and geometry that's just infecting into everything.
Oh man.
Science, technology.
Somebody's getting their science in my magic. Arr, with the chainsaw.
Okay.
Cable thorns.
All right.
And I'm gonna pass it to the spider thing.
All right. What could it do? It's going to do that one and this one, and I think it's going to do that. Okay. So it turns around towards you.
Okay.
And it it's sort of like you see the head, which is kind of off this way compared to you, like stiffen, and then another head grows out of the side over this way, and it opens its little like wood mandibles, and this thick, planty gook starts falling all over you, and as soon as it hits the air, it starts to harden.
It's hindering me.
So you're hindered for 2.
Okay.
And that was its main turn.
Okay.
And it is...
Did you count its hinder on that? I'm assuming you did.
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to bounce it to Wraith. Because why not?
Okay. I'm gonna use the
What?
grappling hook and try to.
Probably in there. Don't worry about it.
How big is this thing?
It's really big.
Really big?
Super big.
Okay.
30 feet tall.
30
Yeah.
feet tall. Okay.
Big.
It's
So
giant.
tying up its legs with
How
a
big?
hook, that's not feasible.
That's not feasible.
Okay.
Maybe not all of them at once, but...
Okay. I am.
It is also a superhero book.
Yep. You do the thing.
So you can do superhero stuff.
I'm going to use the grappling hook. Shoot the spider in the face. And not tie it off, but attach it to the nearest lamp post and kind of put it down and reel it in, just to kind of bring its head towards the ground.
Okay. So you're trying to hinder it, it sounds like?
Correct.
All right, go for it. Yeah, I mean, I know I'm a little like whenever we do vampire, I keep things pretty close to a little bit more visceral, more gritty. But like, dude, this is your supers here.
Make it super.
Do it to it. I'm gonna tell you about the time that a writer made me re-fall in love with Superman.
Tell us after in our bullshit session.
Yes, remind me.
Yeah.
Does the spider have any bonuses?
No.
Okay. So it's going to be hindered 2.
Hindered 2.
So I guess it's
It's hindered 2. Is it hindered 2 or 1?
That's hinder using your min die, which was 2.
So it's a 1.
So it's a 1.
Yeah. Yeah, look, you gotta look at your chart.
The charge.
Alright.
Okay. Okay. And who hasn't gone? I guess everyone's.
Tachyon and the plant people. They're sort of the environment.
Yeah. Tachyon.
Okay. I'm gonna. I'm gonna hypersonically assault it.
Okay.
Speed D10, finesse D8. I am green currently. Wow. It takes 6 damage. That's my min die for attack. And my mid die 7 to hinder.
Okay, so you're gonna hinder for, what is that, 3?
I think it hits 3 at 8.
2.
So it's still 2.
And then you're gonna damage for how much again?
6. So I basically run up to this thing and start punching it like everywhere I can reach super fast. Like, brrr.
Run a 50-yard dash across his face, baby. Awesome. Alright, who's going next?
The only thing left is
Well, no,
plant.
absolute 0 on the plant people.
Oh, go plant people.
0 in the environment.
And the
Go environment.
So, these people march in this orderly procession, probably having enough time to make like, not quite a half moon, but like a quarter moon, like as they're fanning out around the area. An arc, yes.
Trying to circle.
And they
us.
all start speaking in unison. Your world has been judged. Humanity is forfeit. Live it shall no longer. We are faultless. That's their turn. Absolute 0.
Well, first things first. Giant spider thing bursting out from the shade, the bushes, the cover that he's been concealing me.
Aha!
The ghillie
You see,
suit.
Brushing all the leaves.
Absolute Zero comes sliding out on a sheet of ice. Time for an early winter, boys and girls. You ever see what happens when you leave a bag of peas in the freezer for too long? It ain't pretty. And I'm gonna freezer burn the big beast.
All right.
And just I reach out, the fans on my suit start whirling, and frost immediately starts forming all over them. And then I thrust my hands out, and just waves of just bone-chilling cold come out.
2 dice done. Okay.
Wrong game, yeah.
Chill out, dickwad.
So I'm gonna do 9 damage to the critter,
All right.
and I'm gonna do 4 damage to myself.
No.
All right. And we reset. Absolute 0. Who are you going to pick?
We'll go with Plant Boy.
Plant boy.
Kudzu. Bring it, Kudzu.
I think I'm going to, yes, another reality twisting step through the umber, through the shadows, takes me to the side of the creature opposite Absolute Zero, where he's blasting his freezy rays at it, and I basically make a massive bludgeon, like just a big wrecking ball, of fibrous entwined plants and wrapping around a huge chunk of like knurled, knotted wood and swing it around and bash into the creature. And assuming it succeeds, I imagine portions of it that are frozen are going to smash into the ground and shatter. So it gave me a penalty. So I'm going to remove that as part of my Umbral Strike.
Okay.
So I attack using my intangibility as I step through the shadows. Remove the thing. I'm just going to attack and either hinder or maneuver. So this is probably maneuvering is what I'm doing. I'm not able to hinder and move. Unless you want to just call that part of the narrative text.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, then we're hindering with the min die. So that means 7 on the attack.
Okay.
And the hinder is with min 4. Yeah, so it's got a -2 hinder.
Okay.
We'll have it go again.
All right.
Go ahead and get its action over with.
All right, it will go. And this is upgraded
Because it's mad.
because it's hurt.
It are not happy.
So it releases these spines from all over its body that fly out towards everybody. Everybody takes 5 damage.
5.
I'm going to use my prickly response as a reaction.
Okay.
Roll a 4 on my d4 because my status is still yellow, so I'm only going to take 1 damage. I think what happens is as it is like the spines, it's hurling out at me. I'm probably going to make basically, what do they call them? Punji sticks, sharpened points, erupt from the ground and knock out of the way most of the spears coming towards me and jabbing into it because it's also going to take 4 damage.
Okay.
Keyword: most of the spears.
Yeah, I get nicked in the shoulder a little bit. There's like
As the spears
sap coming
strike
out of
into
me
me,
now.
a few jets of cold start coming out, and the cold solidifies immediately around the wounds as I use modular realignment to boost myself with cold. And that'll be a 3 boost, so just +1, I think.
Yes. Yeah, modular realignment. Bust out that null point calibration unit.
Awesome. And so the giant plant spider beast is going to let the plant people go, and they proceed to further encircle the area. And then they will choose Tachyon.
Okay.
She's impatiently waiting.
We need to bust up their formation. I think they got some weird math symmetry perfection thing going on here. That's what's causing the corruption. I could be wrong though.
Wow. Okay then.
Ask me, pal. I just work here.
I'm gonna use Sonic Vortex. Attack multiple targets using speed. Use your max die against one target and your mid die against the rest. If you roll doubles, you take irreducible damage equal to your mid die. I'm gonna try to break up these guys with the Sonic Vortex.
Okay.
Okay.
So who's getting your max and who's getting your mid?
I guess the big beast is taking my max and everything else is taking mid. I use speed, close combat, right? Yeah. No. Sure. They're all D8s for me. And then I'm yellow, so still D6. Terrible rolls. Terrible rolls. The big beastie takes 4.
4.
And everything else takes 3.
Oh. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Go, Wraith.
Go, Wraith.
Go, Wraith. Go, Wraith. Go.
I'm going to unleash a bunch of throwing knives at the plant people.
Okay. It's a good thing you carry so many.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How many throwing knives does Wraith carry? As many as she needs.
Yeah.
All of them.
All of them.
So
Not
I
all of
rolled a
them.
6 for the
That would be
knives.
wasteful. Only as many as she needs.
6
Exactly.
damage?
6, yeah.
All right.
You know Wraith has got.
And I get to use the mid die to
Oh,
attack
what?
additional targets.
knife.
So I guess for the spider, let's see,
He's going to take what?
5.
All right.
Sounds like a clip, clop, clomp upstairs.
And your last absolute 0.
Let's go, plant thing. Bring it on. Come on. And I let out another blast of cold at it, freezing yet another section of it.
You mean the bad plant thing, right? Not me, plant thing?
Yeah. Sure.
No, we mean all of
And
you.
I'm going to do 11 damage to him
Oh.
and heal myself first. That's a 7, so that'll be 6.
Damn.
He's not very happy right now, is he?
Reset. Who's going next? Absolute 0.
Resets. So I will pass it off to Tachyon.
Tachyon.
Okay. I am. I'm gonna Lightspeed Barrage the big beastie.
You're plant boy, it's plant thing.
Oh, okay. I'm glad that's cleared up.
They're pod people.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a Lightspeed Barrage on the big baddie. Attack using close combat. So, speed. Close combat. And yellow. Use your max die. If I roll doubles, use max plus mid. Really? 5.
And what's happening? What am I seeing here?
So, Tachyon, this thing still got 2 heads poking out, right?
Yeah.
And one of them is frozen currently?
No.
No? Okay.
It's not hindered, I've just frozen the crap out of it.
He just attacked the shit out of
Okay.
it.
So I run to a part that's frozen, start punching the crap out of it and chipping that ice off, and bits of it are like flying everywhere.
Awesome.
Because that makes it super
Who's
shattered.
Shattered.
We're gonna give it to Plant Boy.
To plant boy.
You can call him. He's Kudzu. He's got a name.
The kale
People are going to get the wrong idea.
Maybe I like
right.
Plant
Maybe that's
Boy.
exactly what we want.
Maybe
that's
I-
what. That's what the fans who don't like him has called him for 25 years.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Because of absolute
Yeah.
zero.
Well, that's what the fans
right.
called them. So that's why Absolute Zero is calling him this in the comic book.
Yeah.
Because they're calling out to the fans.
Okay, Plant Boy.
Maybe in his original incarnation he was Plant Boy.
That could be the case.
That was the name of the character.
There have been superheroes with worse names.
Yes.
The Kale Kid.
What?
Oh my goodness.
The Kale Kid.
The Kale Kid?
Yeah.
Kale is the devil.
Exactly, it's a terrible name.
It's a villain, obviously.
Yeah, it's a villain.
Kale is so bad.
Makes kids eat their greens.
I'm fine with greens. It's kale. Kale is the worst.
Okay. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to use an Umbral Strike again. Only this time, I think
Only this time. It's special.
this time it's special. This time I think I'm going after the heart of the matter. So, I am going to shift into the Umbra yet again. And the super precise, mathematically perfect lines and patterns and formula covering this thing, causing this corruption, I am going to attack them directly.
Oh! Whoa! Oh!
Ew.
Oh! I got to make a new thing. Here we go. We'll just call it the static.
the static.
Static.
He's attacking the algebra.
No, not algebra and geometry.
No, it needs to be more evil math than that.
Calculus, my only weakness.
No, it's the most evil of maths. It's statistics.
Oh.
Because
Yeah, I like
statistics
statistics.
are used to... No, I like statistics fine, but they are used to commit a great number of atrocities and evils.
That is true.
And convince people of many things.
By the
Well,
organization.
there are lies, damn lies, and statistics.
Yeah, you may not know this, but the organization's greatest weapon in its arsenal is statistics.
Statistics on the internet.
97% of the time, it's true.
With a standard deviation of 1.3.
Oh, come on. Now it's infecting you.
Oh, no! I just gave myself a penalty. I'm hindering myself with math.
No! Why did I start thinking about math?
No.
All right, so I'm attacking
No.
with intangibility. This is an Umbral Strike. Intangibility, we're going to do magical lore. And my status die.
It's like that little Far Side Hills library.
What do you say we
Story
get to
problems, more
the
story
root of this equation?
Oh!
Fantastic!
There you go, Christopher.
Man,
Alright,
that's like
so-
2 puns in one.
Uh-huh.
Square root.
And the root
plant
of the plant. Yep.
Oh.
782, so it is
Double
hindered
whammy.
for 2 and takes 7 damage.
Oh, man.
Man,
And
that was a double pun.
Yeah.
So
And I think I just move out of range.
you can move out of range, but when you attack, what do we see? What's in the comic book?
I think my my form, as it is perceived in the Umber, is just glowing vibrant with this green energy, and I just I just lance out with javelins, sharpened points, spines of just raw elemental wood into the heart of the equations that just branch
Oh.
out and split.
Uh-huh.
And as I rake away from it, just disrupting the pattern, I imagine there's probably, as the static is disrupted, it's shooting out all sorts of crazy sparks and crap.
Yes, but then after that passes, what is revealed when you pull these twisted equations of order away is something you had never seen before. The whisper given slight, twisted, tendril form.
Given form, oh man. Oh man.
Omen.
That's deep.
It's deep, man.
That's deep.
Mm-hmm.
I can probably hear a muted whisper in my mind now.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
And it speaks, normally it speaks to you in images and impressions, but for the first time you hear an actual word. Whoa. Help.
Help is on the way.
All right, who are you going to call to go next?
Absolute zero.
Looking around at all these people in a nice little circle, disrupted by sonic attacks and everything, I go, all right, pod people, time to go on ice, boys and girls. And reach out and just
Pod people on ice.
I sort of skate out into the middle of them on my little sheet of ice, right into the middle of a giant clump of them, and just like icicles start forming all over all of them. And some of them start to reach out towards me and freeze in place for a second. And just, again, numbing waves of cold come off. And I'm using Sub-Zero Atmosphere
You know,
to...
You just give them a chance. These pod people are pretty cool guys.
I mean, they have a show and everything.
Come on, guys, chill out.
Oh, no. No, there's another pun.
Chill out's kind of low hanging
Let's
fruit,
see.
though.
I know.
Yeah. Still good,
Sometimes these
though.
are hard to read. Hindered for 7. They're all hindered for 7.
Whoa.
That's a lot of things.
Plant people. Oh,
So-
no, you rolled a
I
7.
rolled a 7.
All right.
Which
So
is
they're
a 2.
hindered
That's
for
a 2.
2. Actually, I have a +1 boost, So it's 8. So they're hindered for 3.
Wow.
Where'd you get a boost?
I never used my boost for modular realignment.
Oh, when you got hit.
I forgot about it. Yeah, when I changed zones. I guess I should have used that before, but I don't know if they hold.
So you hindered them for 3.
For 3, yeah.
Okay. All right. That was your turn. Who's going to go next? Absolute Zero.
Who's left?
Wraith, the plant people, the plant spider, and the static.
I'll say the plant people can go ahead and go. Pod people can go.
All right. So most like the pod people that like you just like well, no, maybe not them, but how about a bunch of the pod people that you've been dealing with that you were like striking and hitting and whatnot? They just start like rapidly decomposing and falling over, and then within a 3-foot radius, others just start growing up out of the foliage to take their place.
Oh, what is this bull crap?
And I think some of them are going to try to reach out to you with their tendrils and try to rake at you.
Reaction, nimble strike.
All right. Ooh, they rolled a 6. But give me your nimble strike.
Okie dokie.
Let's see what you can do.
Let's see. What could I do? I think that they're gonna start reaching their tendrils out. And I'm gonna grab some of them and start like vibrating them a lot. And start like making like the vibrations go through the tendrils into them and like jacking them up every which way.
Okay. Are you attacking or just...
It's attack.
Okay, go for it.
7.
7, all right. Yeah, you like do the vibration thing, and a bunch of them are just like shook into pieces. They do that same decomposition thing and just fall down.
They're shooketh.
They are shook.
No.
All right, who's going next, Tachyon?
The spider.
All right, plant spider. It's gonna
The
do.
blighter.
Well,
It's
I
big.
should have
Wide.
been you because it was the plant people went. They should choose who goes next.
Yes.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
correct. Yeah, you're correct.
That
We'll
was
go
a
with the
reaction.
plant spider. It's fine.
The blighter.
I forgot because he took over.
He did a reaction, yeah.
Yeah, he did a reaction and I got confused, but it's okay.
Oops. Wait, did I still take that damage?
You still took the damage.
Right. How much was it? 6?
6.
Okay. I am a 10.
So the plant spider thing is just gonna like reach around and stomp its giant tree-like legs all over and just gonna wham.
It only has 12. Can it hit all 4 of us?
If it doesn't hit you with one, it hits you with another
Or 2 others?
or 2 others. Everybody takes 9.
Oh, I'm about to die. I'm about to actually die.
Are we in yellow yet?
Hell yeah!
you should.
I'm in red.
Yeah, I'm
So
in
I
red
choose
too.
a reaction here. When another hero in the yellow or red zone would take damage, you may redirect it to yourself and defend using your single plant's die.
Okay.
That is Stalwart Oak. So because I'm Plastic Man too, my elasticity, extend part of my physical being in front of Tachyon before she gets stomped on and take the stomping. I rolled a 10,
Nice.
So
completely unscathed.
let me ask you this.
The
I dropped into
stomping.
yellow before, then I went back. My health would have taken me back up to green. It doesn't change though, right? It stays at yellow.
Your status is still yellow.
Yeah, so now I'm back down in yellow. Okay.
Man, I was spooked for a second there. I was like, I have 1 hit point left, guys. I'm about to speed
It's,
the
it's
crap
funny.
away.
It's kind of like playing a card game, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm about to speed the crap
Yeah,
away.
that's something Tachyon does all the time. It's like I'm just gonna lose all my
But-
hit points.
I'm
I
just
use
gonna.
my reaction to block Tachyon's damage. And
Yes.
I still take mine.
You still take yours, so you didn't take that last bit of damage.
Yeah,
'cause you
I'm
blocked
back.
it.
I
Okay.
put it back up at 10.
But I
Okay.
still took all of mine.
I'm about to just get hit by everything and then run away real quick.
Okay, so giant plant spider beast will
Glider.
then choose the static to operate. What side of the veil are you on? I thought you were on the physical side of the veil right now.
Yeah, I shifted
Yeah,
back.
because he was blocking
The
me.
way I imagine it is my intent. My umbral shift is probably pretty brief. Like I can't just hang out intangible.
That's what I thought. I
Yeah.
just wanted to double check how things operated with this character that I've never seen before. It was in Mystery Comics number 32. And so the static does something. And it's the end of its turn. Wraith.
I'm gonna start pelting the spider with more knives.
Go for it.
Kaniva.
7 damage. And another 7 to one additional target.
To the plant people?
Yeah.
So with that last barrage of knives at the plant spider, you hit it all in like these joints and stuff, and it's like it's not doing too good at all.
The Plighter is about
It's not
to be
doing
no
too good at
more.
all. Who are you going to choose to go next? Anybody. It's the beginning of the round.
I am gonna choose Tachyon.
Tachyon.
I'm gonna use my stabilization device. Boost yourself with inventions. Remove a penalty on yourself or recover health equal to your min die. I'm gonna do
The latter.
science.
Mm-hmm.
And I will probably heal. Yeah. Oh, I'm in red.
Don't you have vitality?
Yes.
You're using vitality, aren't you?
I have to use inventions on here.
Oh, okay.
That's part of it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because it's my stabilization.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and I use a D8 because I'm in red.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you? There you are. Oh, snap. Well, I only healed 2. But I boost for 5, which is a 2. Right?
Yes.
Okay. And that's the end.
Who do you want to choose to go next, Tachyon?
Static is gonna go.
The static already go.
No, it's a new turn.
Okay.
So the static does...
Something.
Yeah, it does something, and you guys can hear this like high-pitched whine, and then just like droves of these plant people come rising out of the ground.
Pod people. No.
And it's gonna choose. It's gonna choose the plant people, and the plant people are gonna count right now as D6 minions that are coming at everybody. So I'll just go
Are the
around.
ones around me still hindered?
The ones around you
I hindered
are
them.
hindered, but there's new ones coming.
Okay.
We'll say that the ones that are on you that are hindered will attack first with the penalty, and then next turn the new ones can be there. That justifies things. Thanks for that reminder. You're going to take 5. When they come at you, roots come out of the ground and like stab at your legs.
I'm gonna. Can I defend using smoke bombs?
Not until it's your turn,
Okay.
unless you had done
Smoke
so.
bombs is a reaction.
Yeah.
Is it a if it's a reaction, I'm wrong.
Okay. So we take damage. You may defend using gadgets, which is 8, which is -3 on whatever they give me. Which you said 5, right?
It's 5, so
two.
it's a 2.
Okay.
All right, your guys hindered. -2, right?
Minus 3.
-3. Ooh, they rolled 6, so they do 3.
Okay.
They willingly rip their own limbs off to come your way. And probably destroy themselves doing it.
That's smart.
Yeah, there's a whole other wave of them coming.
Yeah.
1.
I'm not going to use my reaction to block that.
Yeah.
Okay.
5. Unless you got something.
I can smack them, but I'll still take the damage.
Okay.
Guess I'll nimble strike them. I'm at 7. Ooh. Okay. Boom. Boom. Okay. So they like do their thing, start shambling towards me. I'm totally gonna start like running around them, like totally confusing them, but while they're still like lashing out and getting me a bit. And I'm just gonna start smacking any that like come into view.
Okay.
Close enough. What's this? No, you need to be that. 7.
7. They cannot survive that. They are all destroyed. All the ones that are near you, anyways.
Yes.
That is the end of the plant people's turn. They will pick absolute 0.
Is the spider thing down, or is it just looking bad?
It's hurt. It's still walking around trying to stomp the crap out of people.
All right, Audrey 2, you got my attention.
Get the plighter.
It's great.
And this time, once again, the vents in the suit start whirring madly, and ice just builds up like massive all over my suit, and then just this massive icicle goes shooting out at the thing, striking it dead center, or trying to. And that's going to be... It's going to do 7 damage to it. 7 cold, and it's going to...
You introduce that thing to its maker again. What happens?
I think it just explodes in a shower of icicle shards and green goo.
I imagine also that there's pieces that like lose their center and like fall against each other, you know, and crumble down.
And who still needs to go?
Kudzu and Wraith.
Plant boy.
I think it's Plant Man now.
Are you sure?
Not yet. No, it's Kudzu. Thank you. I think unless the GM is going to override, I want to use my principle of whispers. Only at this point, I'm
No
not sure.
override. Go for it.
Yeah, because I'm not real sure if it's my own intuition or if it is perhaps the subtle nudging or impressions of a Shamanatu, which I am so familiar with. But I think I shift into the umber there so I can see that form from before that I was tearing holes at, and I intuit something needs to happen to help. And rather than just tearing at it violently, I think I reach out and planty, verdant growths from my spiritual presence and being towards it, and just cocoon it and infuse it with my own vitality to disrupt the patterns that are there.
Go in the building.
Huh?
Go in the building.
Okay. I go in the building and do that.
Okay. Awesome.
That's where it's leading me to.
That's where it's coming out of. Yeah.
Absolutely. I follow the lines of static to there, and that's what I find. So this is an overcome
Okay.
against a challenge that involves something or information you have no way of knowing on your max die. Okay, so that sounds like it's going to use my...
I don't know how I know.
So you're
What
overcoming
I
to
do.
get information.
Well, yeah, I'm using an overcome. I want to help. I want to free the whisper. I want to free it. So it's going to be with my max die, which is 4. Succeeds with a minor twist.
Okay. So you go inside and in this big hallway, you open these like 2 crash doors, and there's this big, huge. You're on a catwalk, and there's a big, huge open area, and at the bottom there's this purple crystal sitting embedded in the earth, and around it in the spirit realm is this being, this person with this like gray, black, and white form, but it looks like it's been fragmented. Its pieces are all moved from side to side, and it's reached out and wrapped this extra set of arms around the good spirit called
Ashamanatu.
a Shamanatu. What does a Shamanatu
French?
look like?
No, it's not. It's Indian.
No.
I think it looks just like that, kind of a lot like that picture that we looked at before. Like this, in this case, how best to describe it? You sent me a link. Let's see. Moment. Point of personal privilege.
I was just stop. Get out of my head.
No.
No.
It's like the second time.
Imagine a crystalline Danny DeVito.
No.
Unfortunately not.
The form in this case is almost like that of a person. Can't tell if it's male or female. It's kind of indistinct in that way.
Gender non-binary.
Gender non-binary. Point of personal privilege.
No way, man. Forget that. The sacred androgyny.
The sacred android.
Yeah. Yeah.
It has arms. You can't really tell how many. Sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 4. The image shifts.
Sometimes
But-
Form shifts.
it's all
But
with
the
it.
shift is equally fragmented.
Yes.
Just like the being touching it. And as your tendrils reach out, the fragmentation starts to spread to you.
Yeah. As they do.
Yeah.
I don't let up, man.
Yeah. Well, you're hindered for one.
For one.
Yeah. Okay. Minor twist.
You're fragmented.
All right. Who are you going to pick?
Dun, dun, dun.
Who hasn't gone?
Wraith.
Wraith, go.
He ran inside.
I'm gonna run after him.
Yeah, you're going to let that kid's going to go in there and kill himself. You know that.
Yeah, as soon as I look up for Plant Boy.
I say kid, but I have no idea how old you actually are. You could be like 55.
24.
Okay, never mind.
He's actually not 24 anymore, but he looks 24.
Cool.
And will probably always look 24.
Awesome. So you go in there and you see it's a kind of an eerie sight. You run through the crash doors and you see him just standing there, just like Legacy was earlier. And there's this huge pulsating purple crystal at the center of this room, halfway embedded in the ground, that's shedding this purple light all over everything. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Not wanting to get close, I take my grappling hook, shoot it at him at his feet, and just kind of give him a good yank and kind of pull him back.
What does that count as? What are you trying to accomplish? What action are you taking?
Let's see.
Hinder
Remove physical
probably.
bonus or penalty?
Remove the penalty?
Yeah. Yeah. Hinder a target
Snap it out of
using.
I think you're trying to knock some sense into him. Go for it.
Yeah.
Though you could also just as easily just give him the big elbow to the back of the head, but
Yeah.
it's your character. You're the writer for this character of this game, not me.
Yeah.
Snap out of it.
Hinder. Well, since I'm not really hindering him, rolling my dice really doesn't do anything, so. Hinder using my min die if I want to. So I'm not going to hinder him for anything, so.
Well,
Just
tell me what you
remove
do
the
then.
I shoot my grappling hook at his feet,
Uh-huh.
wrap him around, and I just pull him back.
You
as
yank
far as I
him?
can, away from that purple light.
All right, and you're trying to pull him away from the purple light. And what does that do mechanically?
It's probably going to hinder him.
Well, remove a physical bonus or penalty.
Remove the penalty. So
Okay.
yeah, he like this thing pulls you back, and you're like, oh, reality. Oh yeah. So that'll remove your that penalty. That is the end of that
longer
round. We are on a new round. Wraith, who's going to go next?
Let's go with episode 0.
Also, officially, static is removed from the initiative and is replaced with faultless. Faultless.
Proud people, you're on deck. You've ceased to amuse me. Again, waves of cold shoot out.
The Will Eldridge run of Absolute Zero was always the most classic.
This time I reach out. I get how does it work with the minions? I can attack a group of them.
There's several groups of them, but you can target a group at a time. Right now, they are D6. They are groups of D6 minions.
I'm attacking the nearest group
Okay.
with Freezer Burn.
Okay. There is a D6 minion group on everybody. In case you haven't figured out the theme of this villain, it's many minions coming at you that are increasingly stronger every time they come at
They
you.
are going to take 10 damage,
10 damage. They're screwed.
and I'm going to heal another 6.
They're screwed. They're destroyed. Please help me remember that in case I forget that your group so far has been, your D6 group has been destroyed.
Pod people on ice. Is
Who's
that
going
it?
next, Absolute Zero?
I will pass it on to Plant Boy.
So I am going to use Allies of the Earth,
We're
which is named after an Akash Batak power card, an ongoing card. But this is booster hinder using animal control and apply a mod against multiple nearby targets, like out of the woodwork. All the boring beetles, the praying mantises, the crickets, and all that come swarming to help fend off the minions that are swarming all around us. I'm using this as a boost die for all of us. And not only that, but like almost offering nonverbal cues as to the most efficient action to take, the most productive thing to do. Watch out for this guy here, pointing out targets you might have been otherwise unaware of. So creepy bugs everywhere.
They can like fly into your enemies and distract them, or
Exactly.
fly into the ones you should hit.
So
Lightning bugs form into arrows.
This way.
you got it. So 6 is a +2. All of us has a +2 bonus or boost.
+2 boost to everybody. All heroes.
+2 to all good mans. That's going to leave us with who is gone, who is not gone this round.
You and Absolute Zero have gone.
Okay, let's go to Tachyon.
Tachyon.
Okay. Oh yeah. Boosts and stuff don't stack, do they?
No.
You keep the best one.
You keep the best
So
one.
what does it
So
say
let's see.
that? What does it mean where it says any number of bonuses and penalties can be applied to a roll, except only one exclusive mod can be used on a roll? What does that mean then?
Read it to me again.
It's on page 13 of the gameplay guide.
I may have a wrong thing.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
didn't-
I think the only time you can't stack them is if they're exclusive.
And there's something that says that they're exclusive.
Yeah, usually
Yeah.
the power description will say they're exclusive.
Okay, so I guess I was wrong on that. Unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to review the rules. I found out that I was doing this game 2 hours before we were doing it. My apologies. I spent all my time devising story.
Well, I obviously care so much that I didn't bother pointing it out the first time I caught it, and I only did this time because I was curious if I was misinterpreting something.
Yeah. I think maybe I was wrong.
That's cool. It's still fun. Who cares?
We'll get it eventually. That's part of why I want to play these little pickup mini games.
Okay.
So that we can get all this straight and get going.
Right.
All right, so stack them. Go for
So,
it.
yeah, I did. People have gone to the building. I'm gonna go in there and see what's going on.
All right, you go in there and you see that same scene.
Yep.
You see this. Well, you don't see quite the same scene because you can't see in the spirit
Yeah,
realm.
I can't
But you
see.
see this glowing green or no, glowing purple crystal in the middle of everything. You see all this like crazy plant life all over the place, just like outside, only like way thicker and worse. You're on a catwalk out there. Wraith has got her little grappling line around Kudzu and is like pulling him back.
Keep me from going over the edge.
Guys, what's going on with this crystal?
I don't know. Ask him.
Kill it!
Kill it.
Right?
I do what he says. Run up there and start smacking it.
All right, go for it.
Oh man. Lightspeed barrage.
All right.
Okay. Speed. I can actually read. Here we go. Speed, close combat, and I'm in red because of my health.
Don't forget all your boosts.
Right. That is correct.
That is correct.
Where is there it is. Okay. Grab.
Drop and grab on the floor.
Ah, so far away. 7 plus 4 is 11.
All right, so you start smacking the crap out of this thing. What does it look like?
Like I'm punching from one side, trying to chip away stuff. Switch to another side, start trying to weaken that side where it's English.
I could eat words.
I was imagining Tachyon busting out the like geologist pick and going with it. And then going around the
Like,
other
check
side.
this out. What about this one? You guys, we'll vote. We'll vote. How about this one? Like, you hit it on one side enough that it starts to build up like a harmonic resonance, and then you hit it on the other side and you cause it to start vibrating against itself. And
Like dubstep.
yeah, yeah. It's not quite dubstep.
He hit it so hard it made dubstep.
Well, according to cable dubstep,
Sounds like
Rise.
Skrillex.
Oh, there's just no. This is not Skrillex. Fuck off.
The crystal.
There's this thing like explodes open, and you can like everybody can clearly see the image that we had described for Kudzu before,
Yeah.
where this like strange like fractal being like lets go of this strange ethereal dream-like thing, which immediately like flits away at great speed. You can see all of the plant life around you begin to wither and fall, and you see this being like this the fragmented being just sort of start to like fragment and fade away, and then you feel this like radioactive like burning that starts eviscerating your bodies. You take 60 damage.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh!
And you can find yourselves floating upwards, away. You look down and you can see your flesh fall from your bones fall away from your spirit, and soon your very being starts to get washed away, and there's just a sea of words and numbers and platonic solids which equally fall away. And you ascend upward into the orator sphere. Kudzu, Tachyon, Absolute Zero, and Wraith are gone. You are luminous beings wreathed in robes of light with giant headdresses made of pure dreams. You sit with another being like yourself in front of a great field of light that shimmers with rainbow colors. Please read each of your cards one by one.
I am the Orator of Observation. By my watching and moving, created things are confirmed and validated.
I am the Orator of Glory. By my power and poetry, created things are not simply present, but meaningful.
I am the Orator of Purity. By my attending and feeling, created things know kindness, and they know each other.
I am the Orator of Origin. By my excitement and open mind, created things are vibrant and alive.
And the being at the far end stands with this like long headdress hanging down that's dripping music off of it. And I am the Orator of the Adept of Lore. By my knowledge and my speech is creation born. Your creations have been destroyed because the great schema of the scroll has been infected by Faultless. He has determined that the laws of our world would end in your creation's demises. What say you to this?
I say, what is death without meaning? There must be glory in all things, or what is the purpose?
I say Faultless reveals the dichotomy in his own name. For were he truly faultless, he would see the beauty and the feeling in all things, even that which is, in our sight perhaps, flawed.
Your vote, Orator of Origin?
What? I don't understand.
Would you have these creations be destroyed by the rules of this world? Or should the rules be defied?
Things are meant to be, creations are meant to be alive and active and vibrant. I think we should defy the rules just this once.
Perfection's boring. I say we defy.
We will become rogues to the Observer Council by doing this. Are you willing to take that risk?
So be it.
Only in the approach of the unknown can true meaning and glory be found. Stagnation is death.
What good is it to be in accord with the council if one must act in defiance of one's very nature?
Then we shall speak the sacred rite, the speech of the origin. We shall invoke that first law. And he steps away to this cupboard where these sheathed scrolls that are written with pure thought, and hands one to each of you. And then he reaches up onto his crown and he picks up this ornamented blue piece of fucking psychedelic space metal, takes it down. With this jewel and your sacred words, and you're rolling out the scrolls, speaking the words, there's just like a murmuring going all around on the panel of the comic book.
Words that are not words.
We invoke the first rule, the rule of zero. The world will be as we will it to be. And when the blue touches the sphere of light, or the plane of light on the ground, comic book panels come crawling across it, and you can see the reformatting as these platonic solids, exactly, D4, D10, D10, D6, like all the stats start forming back into the characters. Their flesh starts forming back onto their bones, and they move ethereally through the world back to their home. The strange event that had happened in the small Iowa town was quickly covered up by governmental agencies. Pike Industries took a major hit in the stock market, but copious amounts of money spent on lawyers and disinformation has kept them from completely going under. Nobody knows what happened to the heroes that went there, but everybody was back where they belonged afterwards. The heroes themselves not quite sure how they got out of that strange place and away from that strange shard, except when they dream and they remember the Orator Sphere.
Baller, man. Baller.
You can see why it wasn't such a popular comic book the first time it came out. People were like, what? You know? But then, you know, after a while, you kind of think about it. Oh, maybe it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
Did everybody have fun?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Another pun? Absolutely.
So as we play these further games, you remain these orators.
Oh, okay.
So this, I can keep it if you want, or you can put it in your thing. You remain these orators. So even as you switch characters, like up in the orator sphere, you are the same orator that you were before. And if you guys like this, like if you don't care, then we'll just ignore it and this was a one issue thing and the editors realized that it wasn't worth putting more money into and it's dumb. But if you guys like it, we can start developing the orators and what they're doing through the characters in the game.
Okay.
Some fourth wall breaking stuff going on there.
Hell yeah, baby.
Whoa there. That's spooky.
I like it. It was good.
That was good.
Yeah, I like it. Good stuff.
So who gets to intro a new character next? That's the question.
Oh yeah. Crazy stuff, huh? I totally stole this stuff, by the way.
Why do we care?
Did you steal it from a source that I'm ever going to read?
I don't know. You might.
Probably not.
You might. It could happen.
So, the stealing of this stuff seemed to mesh pretty well with Kudzu's shtick.
Yeah.
Now, which came first? The chicken or the egg in this case? That's really the question.
Be more specific.
Like, did it mesh really well with Kudzu's shtick because you knew Kudzu's shtick? Or was it just...
How much of this did I think of before 2 hours ago?
Yeah.
A lot of it. A lot of it.
So, happy accident then.
Yeah. When I was talking about like all the like wacky stuff that I wanted to do with the Oblivaeon,
Yeah.
this was the first thing that the Orator Sphere was the first thing that I wanted to do. Because in the comic books, something like that, not exactly the same, but something like that is kind of a precursor to all the crazy multiverse shit that happens. And it's just kind of cool, fourth wall breaking, neat. I love that kind of wacko, mind bender stuff. But yeah, no, and then when you picked Kudzu, I was all like, oh yeah, he's got this kind of like transcending the world thing going on with the weird powers, and he's got this kind of, he's not Swamp Thing, but he's kind of Swamp Thing.
A little bit swamp
thing going on. It took me a minute to work in your little spirit thing, but then when I figured like, oh wait, like Faultless could trap like this spirit of nature, this good spirit of nature, that's opposed, right? In my imagination, I don't know, but in my imagination, like Akashabuta is that negative spirit, and that this time it was not that, but Faultless that you were dealing with, which, as you know, is one of the scions of what's to come.
Bastards. Trying to destroy everything.
So when you return back, you probably have the knowledge, if you meet with these guys again, to inform them that Faultless is this singular being of order that existed, before the dawn of time, that several million years ago was corrupted by some other being that caused him to pervert his idea of perfection, of order, to a stifling and controlling and domineering
Seeking
order.
to impose it.
Yes.
Rather than
Maintain it.
maintain it,
and that now this being is now acting against
And maybe
heroes,
maybe there's others.
and maybe there's others.
Yeah. I like it. It was good times.
And I was trying real hard to like tell story through the fight instead of tangential to the fight.
No, that was good. And like,
Yeah.
you know, it's fun because it gives you cause to look for something more than the next guy to hit during the fight.
Yeah, it adds extra information for you to place your next move.
Yeah.
Yes. Very nice.
There's
Story
cool-
revealed through the fight, like you said.
Yeah,
Rather than just, I hit it with my axe.
yeah. If you can beat them, this thing will happen. If you fail, this other thing will happen. No, there's more things going on.
No.
No. There's other things.
It's not necessarily about beating them.
Yeah, you guys didn't beat the plant people.
Ugh.
Well, right on. I'm glad everybody had a good time, and we'll end this proverbial broadcast.
Oh, yeah.
Good times, Sentinel Comics.